Rimba Raid, the pinnacle of adventure for large CC adventure bikes, set to push both the rider and their rides to the absolute limit on an unforgiving off-road trail through the jungle. A race packed with mud, blood and gasoline. GIVI also organised the GIVI Rimba Camp to enhance the spectator experience for those who signed up for the camp. With a weekend of blistering sun and adventure ahead of us, Amos and I are on our way to...
Hey Jake, where you are?
I might be a bit late. Our trip started out with a healthy dose of heavy rain. Everyone was dressed for the weather and stuck to the staggered formation, with the convoy being led safely by Zaihan. Luckily for us, the weather cleared up midway and we were even able to squeeze in a good deed while getting fueled up.
Shouldn't be too difficult to push. See whether you can push or not. He's in second already. Go, 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 go! Hey!
With the weather finally on our side, the rest of the way up to KL was uneventful, and after reaching the hotel and getting treated to a wonderful welcome dinner, we ended the first day warm, full, and raring for more.
Good morning! Good morning! Today is a bright and sunny day. Everyone is wearing the GV helmet, the nice black GV helmet except Jake. Hey, shit.
Yeah, if sun means someone then you store your bike.
Haven't wake up.
Hey, something flew off the road. I don't see anything behind us. Jonathan's plate gone.
Ah, I saw it! The other day his number plate was flapping.
Wait, how do you see it? I did not see anything fly by.
No, it's a very flat thing, like landing on the floor, just like that.
Let's go take a look.
Cable time.
Oh, the whole thing snapped off. Now it's race spec.
Everybody stopped to capo his number plate.
Oh shit, convoy broken.
We are heading to the GV factory.
Oh shit, I think... yeah, something very important to do.
Hey, nobody for me to press.
I can reverse and hit Zion's on. But I scared
Don't mess with the lao jiao, bro.
I know.
Wow, so many bikers inside, bro.
We're finally here at the GV factory to check out everything. This is my first time going to a factory of any motorcycle kind of related stuff.
It's really cool because usually most of the time you see all the showrooms, all the products and all that, right? What you don't get to see is like how they put everything together and like the actual factory. Okay, I don't think we are gonna go in yet. Later they're gonna start the tour very, very shortly. So what we can see here is like I think this is where they keep all the stocks.
Sorry, please group up. So then I don't need to shout because I'm a very nice and gentle person. And I don't like to shout! I know that many of you wonder why we show you the factory. The reason why we show you the factory is because for us it's a question of pride. We spend a lot of time, a lot of money and a lot of effort to make sure that all of our factories throughout the world, they're all the same, using the highest possible technology we have, and we are very proud of the way that our people, the GV people, work. So every day the clock starts and we pay 50 people to sit on a desk and thinking what next we're gonna do for you.
He was pretty open about the R&D and what goes into making a product. We have said time and time again in our To The Test episodes, the money that you pay for a product, a lot of it pays for the R&D, the innovation that goes into developing that product, right? Yes. It's not just copy and paste. So today we're gonna see firsthand.
More better.
Now plastic is of course a derivative from petrol. This is polypropylene, which is PP, which is the most elastic material we can buy in plastic. Why elastic? An elastic material will absorb the vibration. Now, on this box here, which is 50 kilo, the 3% of the UV is 40% of the cost of the barrel. If I produce without the UV, when you buy the box, it will look exactly the same. No difference. You will never be able to spot it. you're gonna start to spot it 6 months later when the color start to change and the plastic become hard. That's quality.
So we just came out of the technical lab over there, and for obvious reasons, we can't film in there. But inside they have like a SLS 3D printer, a UV cure, a tensile strength machine, and a weather accelerator. It's all to test different material sciences, and it's very, very interesting. You can see all of them, right? They are very intricate and very good at putting all the things together.
I was seeing how there was this section, I don't know if you showed them or not. They were like cleaning all the boxes and putting them together. I don't know why, but they are the TLC, right? Maybe.
I want them to do that to me. I want them to wipe my face down and then pack me in a box and ship me over to Singapore.
Yeah, it's like even the cleaning part, they just like take the cloth and wipe. You see, they really just stand there and like focus on the whole cleaning thing.
With the factory tour done with, it's time for us to move out and head to Taman Negara. The full force of the GIVI Rimba Camp was here, with the Malaysians and other participants that flew in from around the world riding out together in one huge convoy. Joseph, the head honcho, really drove home the point about how much attention to detail they pay at GIVI, and that comes through on the route we were brought on, opting to ride through the B roads to fully immerse us in the scenic routes of Malaysia.
Holy wow. Just very, very glad that we have the camera and equipment to capture all of this. Because can you imagine 60, 50, even 30 years ago, where it's so hard for people to just capture their moments of going through and living these kind of experiences.
Little did we know, amidst this breathtaking scenery, something was about to happen that would knock us back into the reality that we were on two wheels.
Did that bus just go off-road? Huh? The bus overshot or break down?
I think he break down.
Oh fuck! Okay? We help you move out there. You go sit there in the shade. Okay, so nothing else hurts right now, right? Is your body shaking? Can you show me your hands? Hold your hands up. Okay, you come down first, just breathe deeply. Once we feel the pain, then we will know what's going on. So you just take your time.
You need water?
Yeah. We'll give you some water first. So unfortunately, things like this happen. One of our friends from Singapore was just in a crash. So as much fun as roads like this are, and don't get me wrong, it's really damn fun to ride these kind of roads. You always have to be prepared, especially in blind corners, roads you're not familiar with, and turns like this, so it's just getting steeper and steeper. That's why I'm always damn glad that there's more experienced riders that's teaching me about dangers to look out for that I will never think about lah. Not saying that that's what happened to it's just there's so many factors being on a bike, right?
Usually, these kind of windy roads, right? You will want to avoid the lanes on the outside, as in the lanes that is like just next to the oncoming lane. Because sometimes when people corner on the opposite side, they tend to like come out of their lanes. Then once you definitely you get a shock one, you see it last minute. Then last minute you get a shock, right? You lose your control, you lose your balance. The next thing you know, you'll fall. So it's like dangerous. So usually we try not to go onto the lane. If we are on the lane, we try to stick on the inner side of the lane.
Mark was telling me also before that really one of the biggest problems why a lot of bikers end up crashing is also because of target fixation. And you imagine when you're going around a corner, right? Suddenly a huge vehicle like a bus just comes out of nowhere. You will stare at it and you end up going into it, even if you're trying to avoid it.
We still go back to the whole defensive riding idea. I believe defensive riding is trying to predict the worst case scenario and then you make adjustments to your riding accordingly so that you avoid them. So for example, if I stay on the other side, even if someone were to cut into the lane because he got no skill or whatever, I don't know, you won't get hit by him.
Guys, have fun. Always stay safe, be careful. We always want to keep seeing you guys on the road.
Yes, safety is number one priority.
Luckily, our friend is fine. He managed to limp away from this accident with just a broken foot. As the senpais will say, any accident you can walk away from is a good accident. He flew back to Singapore the next day and is recovering post-surgery now. Get well soon, bro. Hope to ride with you again. We continued through the twisties until we got our first taste of a little dirt on the way into our lunch spot at Sarang Naga, the lair of the dragon. This short little dirt path only made Amos and I more anxious to reach the camp and witness the race. After a long 8 hours on the road, through hundreds of curves, we finally arrived at the GIVI camp.
Oh, we're here, guys. The Rimba Raid. Shit, what is that bike? Look at it. Oh, so this is where we are parking our bikes, and then after that we'll be taking a ferry to the resort to there, I think.
Okay, so we have just showered and everything, settled down in the what was that? Hotel? No, resort. Yeah.
We're gonna go for dinner. They have arranged like a dinner for us. So instead of riding the bikes back to the so-called the GV camp, we are on the
We're traveling in stocks on the GV truck.
We had our dinner and caught up with some friends who came to participate in the race. But after a long day on the road, we were exhausted, but excited for the flag off the next morning.
I covered with sand already, bro.
This is a
I want to go to my bike now and then just go in like just ride in Bro, I'm telling you, next year I'm gonna join Rimba Raid. I decided already. Right here, right now. You know those riders that start off very nicely, very aggressive, right? Very shy, right? I cannot if I go, I'm the one that start off very slow because I'm scared to fall down. And they were telling me, you just wave to your friends. So next time, right, when I join, right, you all come and support. You all just stand there, right, then just wave, so I can wave to you all the way until I disappear from all the crowd.
Okay, so after looking at the race, looking at the flag off and everything, Amos and I way too yen already. So we asked Eugene whether he will be willing to let us take the 660 spot for some light off-road. And thank you, Eugene, very much, because he said yes! So let's go. We're gonna be looking for some smaller trails and some small off-road areas that we can go and kind of have some fun. I'm leaving the searching to Amos. He's wrecking to see where we can go, what we can find.
We slow down, Come, let's go. Wait, we slow down first. Make a U-turn first. I go in first. This time you go out, you sure suffer one, bro.
You want to go out and see what's on the other side first?
I can go and see. Go and try.
Good luck, bro.
Okay, nowhere else to go. Whoa.
Any help?
Don't think so. This one should be quite easy. That's why it's so tiring. Should be okay. I'm going for it.
Ho ho ho! Yeah, there we go. How is this doable?
Can so far okay. You just go slowly.
Just cover the rear brake, right?
Yep. Front brake you can use a little bit. Don't let your front wheel slide.
Off-roading with Amos Sensei.
Amos Sensei, yeah, Mark is the sensei, bro.
But so far, even with the road tires, right, it's feeling very good. The balance of the bike and everything is predictable, manageable, and the handling is great. I'm gonna try to follow the lines that Amos takes. Am I supposed to be loose on the handlebar?
Try not to hold on to the handlebar too tight. I mean, like, try not to be stiff on the handlebar. You have to give the wheel a bit of free play like that.
Oh, I saw that, Amos.
Ooh, sharp. We came out of the trail and then got nice, nice reservoir. Loose gravel, be careful.
So what should I do for loose gravel?
Also, what loose gravel? I don't know.
Amos Sensei incomplete syllables.
Oh. Take the safe route.
Yep, this looks a bit sketch. Okay lah. I think I might scrape a few times, but this will still be doable on my XSR. Maybe just not as comfortable lah. Oh, that looks fun, but terrifying.
Let's go.
Are you going left or are you going right?
We can go left lah, but I think it's all the the plantation and all that. It looks very curated. I think we should go up. We must be careful, this one very loose.
Turn right. But holy crap. Even like you getting back onto the road and then you come onto roads like this is you know the feeling
Bro, it's the freedom, bro. Like what me and Ma always do, we ride, then we see, can you check that out? Then we will go. When we see roads to the side, we will check, if it's interesting enough, we will go and check it out.
Wow. Hey, I'm speechless.
Wow, this road is nice. With the mountains and all that.
Oh, I'm really speechless. For people who don't ride, I would really love for them to experience something like this. Just like, look, that kind of road, it's just nature everywhere, and then suddenly just this very nice windy road. Hey bro, look at the left side. Are we going up that road? We are! Oh wow! Oh!
This is a nice road, man.
This is a nice road! Oh wow! Wow. As Bora would say, wow. Wow! I feel like I'm monk in the Switzerland right now.
Yeah, it's all like him.
My vocabulary doesn't cover any of this. It's legit first time experience, so I don't even know what to compare it to. There's nothing that I can compare any of this to. I'm just genuinely amazed.
Oh, this road, the scenery really very nice. Really not bad.
Mark, Winston, I wish you guys were here also. It's getting cooler now. Wow. Holy... Oh, did you see that? We went past dirt.
Oh, is it? I didn't see. I was looking at the view. Is it here? No lah, you won't be able to do this.
Cannot try that.
This
Here was where I began to make a lot of mistakes.
How is it on top?
I'm still going. Rocks
At this point, I still didn't realize I was going uphill because I was looking way too close and not far enough.
Okay.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Up. I'm done. I'm under the bike.
Wow, wait, this one? You went up?
I think I can get up. Why am I pinned under? Okay, I'm out. Okay, I'm out.
I'm trying to think how I can get out of this.
The trip. The trip.
Wow, this is not good. Wow, this one fucking tricky. So Jay has dropped the bike. Now we have to figure out how to get the bike out of here. Okay, come, let's lift up the bike. 1, 2, 3. Jake, there's the brake.
I'm braking. There's no front brakes. There's no brake.
Okay, wait. So stand down.
Oh, he's back. Cause of the bubble just now. He's back. I'm pumping it back.
While Amos and I struggle to get both the bikes back onto asphalt, let me run through the myriad of mistakes I made. Firstly, I didn't listen to Amos's judgment and even overtook him. I thought that it was just a rocky terrain and did not see that he was talking about the incoming steep slope further in. I committed fully without first scouting the terrain, and more so did it on a loaner bike I am not familiar with street tires nonetheless. Also, I was too focused on what's immediately in front of my tires, not looking far enough to realize how steep the road was becoming and eventually running out of a feasible path and falling because there was simply no grip. I could have put both Amos and I in a way stickier situation, but thankfully we are both fine. Please learn from my mistakes. With way more than enough adventuring for the day, we headed to the finish line for the race, hoping to catch a participant and hearing firsthand what it was really like on the Rimba Raid trails.
Hazim, nice to meet you. Anyway, we got Hazim here who just came out from the competition. We were resting in the tent and then we sort of put in out for the interview. Anyway, Hazim, how many times have you participated in this Rimba Raid?
Actually, it's my first time participating in Rimba Raid.
First time?
Yeah, for rally. Before this, at Jandabai, I participated for enduro.
What do you feel about this year's Rimba Raid?
For this track, it's quite dusty and got some technical like rock section, but mostly the route is high speed.
High speed, yeah. Mostly high speed. But nothing, not muddy, not anything.
Got muddy, but not that much.
How do you feel now after you completed the race?
Okay, I feel very happy.
Very happy, yeah.
Although the bike having some problem, but I managed to complete the race safely without injury. The monoshock have some leakage. Yeah.
But still,
So there's no damping. Yeah.
Wow, power. Hero, thanks.
Alright.
For taking time out.
Right,
Wish
sure.
you good luck.
Right. Thanks.
Next year.
Finishing point is a bit chaotic. So anyway, I'm sure you have seen like some of those bikes, right? How they look after they came out from the trails. I always feel like this is how an adventure bike is supposed to look like. Okay, let's make our way back. Oh, shy already.
With the end of the race, our trip also came to a close. This amazing experience put together by Givi has been extremely educational and eye-opening, both to the dedication of Givi as a brand and to the many facets of motorcycling. With a total of 1,400 kilometers travelled, the GIVI Rimba Camp really highlighted the experience of a motorcycle convoy touring in the back roads of Malaysia. Exploring new paths and sceneries on two wheels always guarantees a smile on our faces in spite of all the inherent dangers. It was amazing to ride together with so many riders of all different skill levels, and we can't wait to come back again next year. As a bonus, here's a short interview we managed to get with Joseph Peruka before we rode back to Singapore.
Morning everyone, today we have GIVI's Overseas Operational Director, Mr. Joseph Peruka. Good morning everybody. We are very thankful to have a few minutes with him to answer a few questions. Mr. Joseph, hi, thank you. First question we have is, just now at the GIVI factory, right? You seem very knowledgeable about the technical aspects of engineering of your products. Would you mind sharing with us a little bit about your background, how long you've been with GIVI?
Okay, I have been with GIVI too long now, 35, almost 40 years. And I started firstly in Europe and then specializing in what they are the outside operation as we have factory around the world. The issue of the technical knowledge and how much I know, it is not a singular event. It is more of an ethos for the company. All the people involved with GIVI, they've been with GIVI for a very long time. And because as a manufacturer we have the luckily position of doing everything by ourselves, the knowledge is something which all of our people have. We produce from the designing stage to the end stage and to the customer care and customer service after, and it's all in-house. We don't do anything outside. And And that is what allowed myself and all of my colleagues to have a very strong experience, a very strong knowledge, both on the technical, in the commercial, and more importantly, in the passion which we put in our products.
So basically, you do everything yourself. That's why you have the knowledge behind the scenes.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is something which is our way of operate, our way of working. Mr. Vicenzi, which is the chairman of the group, which is now 82 years old, ex-world champion, raced in the World Championships, MotoGP in the 250, 350 in the late 70. 82 years old is still the guy which is involved with everything and anything, and it is a philosophy which we pass across to all of our people. Nobody is responsible for one single action. We are responsible for the welfare of the company.
Everyone is involved.
Everyone is involved, correct. We listen to everybody, we do what we want, but more importantly, all of us put our own effort in what we're doing, and we are responsible for every process which are in the company.
That sounds very impressive. Anyway, looking back at the past few days, I have a question. What does Givi have in common with Rimba Raid? Why have a MotoGP team? Why sponsor an event like Rimba Raid?
Basically, it's in our DNA. As I said, Mr. Giuseppe Vicenzi was an ex-racer, so that's where we're starting from. Racing is the apex of the technology which is used then in everyday product. So from the very beginning, we've always been involved with racing. Now we are lucky we're sponsoring Ducati, Honda, Honda LCR in the MotoGP. We are present in the Superbike. We are sponsoring HRC on the Dakar. We're doing a lot of minor sponsorship for local championships. Now, why Rimba Raid? I personally got involved with Rimba Raid 3-4 years ago. Our interest on Rimba Raid, it is actually the fact that this is human level. This is amatorial. These people are, like you, like me, take their bikes and put it on a track, on a forest. It is pure passion. And to us to be involved in something where we have so much public, so many people which are aficionados of the two-wheel industry, it is very important. We believe Rimba Raid has got a long way to grow, and they will be becoming one of the major events in off-road. Is already the second biggest event worldwide after the Dakar. There were 262 riders which compete on this particular race, of which only 120, I think, finished the course. And they are normal people, like you and me. Every day of the week they use the bike to go to work, and then they get that 10 minutes of madness and come and racing in here. And this is passion, it is heart, it is the freedom of the two wheels, which we as a company feel it is absolutely fundamental and very important.
So supporting the community and its passion and all that.
Absolutely. Givi has a major involvement with motorsport, but not just with motorsport. Givi is also a company which has a charity foundation, which help, particularly when we're talking about education, both in Europe and in Asia. We are very involved with charity. It is our way to give back.
I've heard of the community work and basically the charity work that you guys have been doing. Any plans to do something like that for the Singapore community?
We want to involve everybody, and everybody is involved. At the event, we had some people from Singapore which come around the last event which we ran in Vietnam. It is something which, if there is the right opportunity and the right environment, then of course we will do it. As a company, we are Italian. You can hear from my Chinese accent, I'm very Italian. We are born in Italy, the headquarters is in Italy. We operate in 4 different continents in 92 different countries. We learn from other community, other culture. We remain Italian, but we want to be involved with everybody. When we setting up operation, the first thing we do is to respect the local and to be involved with the local. So if any opportunity come around, then we will always look at it. For us, it's very important.
Mr. Joseph, before we end the interview, any last words you want to say to the riders watching this video?
Ride safely. Remember that every time you're doing something which is OTT, or over the top, in today's world, social media, the fact that people will post your picture, people will post you do wheeling in a road, you are actually teaching to young people to do something which should not be done. Motorcycle is all about passion, is all about freedom. Do not overstep that freedom. Drive safely and make sure that you are responsible toward yourself, your family, and everybody else on the road. And enjoy it. That's all.